Sorry to all the beauty gurus out there. They're probably all cringing.
Before I get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to Love You Later for allowing me to feature your music in my video.
Hi guys, welcome back. Or if you've never been here, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Today is a really special day. In just a couple days, it is Valentine's Day. I just love everything about Valentine's Day. Everyone's in a happy, well, most everyone is in a happy mood. There's lots of hearts and pink and red and happy and love
and chocolate.
And it's just literally one of my favorite holidays. I decided to go to Instagram because where else do millennials go for their proper information? I asked you guys if you prefer like soft glam, romantic type of looks for Valentine's Day, or if you are more of a sultry and glitter and sparkles and kind of out there Valentine's Day look. It ended up soft glam took the cake, but my friend Brooke, she gave me a really good idea that I could do a soft glam look and then at the very end bring out a couple of bam bams and make it more sultry and kind of more enthusiastic. And I really liked that idea because it's the best of both worlds. I'll take it slow, then you rock out the show. So if that's something that you would like to see, then let's kind of just get ready together. Okay, so first things first, I went ahead and put a little lip balm on my lips because it's real dry outside right now and my lips are like #cracking. And so I've got two eyeshadow palettes that I'm really, really excited about. They're actually both from Morphe, so they're both extremely affordable. This palette that I got recently, it's not necessarily a new palette by any means. These Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes came out in a vault collection and there was like a whole lot of hullabaloo about this collection there for a hot minute. It's a collection that had 4 separate palettes, but you can also buy each palette like exclusively just by itself. So I bought the Bling Boss palette. Yes, please, thank you. These are so good. So I'm gonna use this palette today because you can't get any more romantic than these colors, and I'm wearing a purple top, so it was just meant to be. This palette is $15. It's amazing. It's a steal. You should go get it. I got mine at Ulta. This monstrosity of a palette, I'm gonna be tapping a little into this as well. It's been loved. You can tell it's got a lot of fingerprints on there. This is the 39A Dare to Create palette, and they do still have this palette on their website. It's got a ton of colors. Hashtag so many options. It has quite a lot of like taupey and brown colors, especially in this section right here, that are great for your like neutral eye looks, for your day-to-day looks. And then it also has such a variety of color in here. So you've got your aquas that go to your like more olive and like hunter green type of eyeshadows. And then you've got all of your like rosy, plum, red moments up there, which, I mean, you can create any eye look with this palette. That's amazing. What I love is in the middle, these are great like transition shades, but also I use these last 3 for contouring. I love that these pans are really big so I can fit my contouring and bronzing brushes into these really easily. So this one's only like $32. So these are the palettes that I'm using. I'm really excited and I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but I guess I will figure it out as I go because that's how I do everything in my life. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge this cute like vintage cup that I put all of my, look, okay, that's embarrassing. This is all of my makeup brushes. I'm not like by any means like a makeup guru. I just enjoy it. I think it's fun. But look at this little cup. My mom and I were visiting my brother in Nashville and kind of hopped over to it was like a vintage pop-up shop in Franklin, and she found this cup and she got it for me and I'm just like obsessed. So I put all of my little makeup brushes in it. First things first, I'm just gonna go in with a transition shade, and I think I actually just wanna use this last one in the palette because it's gonna be pretty light and easy to kind of like work with throughout the look.
and you don't see it, and you don't mean it, and you don't need it, do you?
And then I think I'm gonna hop on over to the Jaclyn Hill palette and take a little bit of this color right here, Sparks. It's like a burgundy plum shade, and it's one of my favorite ones in this palette. I'm just going to lightly tap. I mean, it picks up a lot of pigment, so I just kind of usually like tap a little bit of it off. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a more narrow brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush number 116, and it's just like almost, it's a little bit of more of a fluffy pencil brush. And I like to use this when I'm trying to be precise in a concentrated area. I'm gonna dip a little bit into this kind of really bright fuchsia color.
You don't mean it, you don't need it, do you? 'Cause I'm only making it harder on myself.
You see the difference from the side to the side? I love that little pop of color. It's so fun. And just because my hands keep coming into frame, I have really, really sensitive and dry skin. I also have eczema. So I promise I don't have like this contagious rash. It's just
eczema.
you know? Okay, so I really want to kind of deepen the outer corners. I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Mystic. It's really like a very deep plum, almost on the verge of chocolate brown, but you can definitely tell it still has some of those plum undertones.
Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time.
So my favorite color in this entire palette is this guy right here. And it's really, the camera is not doing it enough justice. It's called Glitz and Glam, and it is a true rose gold. Just absolutely stunning. The best way that I found to apply this shade is just with my finger. So I just kind of like go into the palette like this, and then kind of apply that to my lid. And you can see already without any Fix Plus or anything how foiled it is.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's not my fault this time. 'Cause I'm only making it harder on myself.
And once I go in with that pretty sparkly shade on my lid, I usually like to kind of go back into this crease area and just kind of deepen that up a little bit more. So now that my eyeshadow is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup. I'm just going to hydrate my skin. I'm just putting on a little bit of jojoba oil.
Pretend to be overly romantic. You're making it hard not to.
This is just the matte and poreless foundation from Maybelline. I use shade I use shade 222 or 222 to some.
And you don't see it, and you don't mean it.
I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. I'm going in with that same Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline.
Making it harder on myself.
Okay, I will will set my concealer with that same setting powder that I used earlier on my eyes, the Maybelline Loose Setting Powder. I think I might bake my under eye a little bit today. So I'm just going to...
Oh, Lord.
Who got into the flour? I'm just gonna bake my eye a little bit. Literally, looks like I've been eating powdered donuts for the last 12 years of my life. Sorry to all the beauty gurus out there. They're probably all cringing. So I'm just gonna kind of let that hang out for a hot minute. It's fine. And hopefully it won't ruin my whole makeup look. We'll see at the end. Stay tuned. I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows to the, oh, bless you. Oh, goodness. Allergies. I used to be obsessed with the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I found this guy and I've loved it ever since. It has a spoolie on one end, so that needs to be cleaned majorly, and then the product on the other. I used brunette. I'm just going to do my brows real quick and then come right back. Now I am going to brush off this baking powder with one of my powder brushes. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. I don't look too horrendous. No, that's fine. You were worried for nothing. So real quickly, I'm going to do my bottom lash line. And I don't know about y'all, but whenever I'm watching beauty tutorials, I literally think that is the most boring part of the entire makeup process. It's like, girl, I don't need to watch you do the lash line. Like, I know what you're probably gonna do. So I'm gonna do that really quick and then pop right back. All right, so now I am going to take an eyelash curler to my eye, try not to gouge myself, and curl my eyelashes.
Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time.
Mascara, I'm actually going to go in with my favorite mascara of all time, Roller Lash by Benefit.
Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not.
And for the inner corner, I've got this beautiful icy kind of opal pigment from MAC in a holiday collection. It came with like these babies. Can we talk about all of these? I used this one for New Year's, but this icy pigment I think would be really pretty in my inner corner. So I'm going to pop that in there. Okay, so now I need to get some color into my face. I'm just going to actually use one of those bronzing powders that were in the Dare to Create palette from Morphe. I think I'm going to do like a combination of this color and maybe a little bit of that color to deepen my contour, but mainly a smidge of this color.
I tend to be overly romantic. You're making it hard not to do. And I'm all up in my head about it.
Okay, now it's time for blush. I'm actually going to use a blush by Bare Minerals. This is shade Equinox, and it's just one of their mineral blushes. It is the most beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to see that without me getting it everywhere, but it's a very rosy, and it's got a little bit of shimmer. It's definitely a satin finish. It's just beautiful on the skin. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on the apples of my cheeks. I'm actually going to use one of my favorite highlighters, so you guys have probably seen this if you've seen me talk about any makeup this far. Shade Double Gleam. It's by MAC. It's just their skin finish, and it's absolutely perfect. I use this highlighter all of the time.
Obvious to everyone but you.
last but definitely not least is lips. So I'm gonna actually show you two options. The first option I'm going to show you is a little bit more of like a whoa girl. It's definitely not going to be a subtle lip option by any means. This one's a lot more out there if you just really want to have fun with Valentine's Day. But it is this hot pink and like
Hot pink.
this is by Jeffree Star Cosmetics and it is their prom night liquid lip. So I'm going to put this guy on and just let myself live my best life. Okay, so talk about neon. This shade of lipstick is crazy. So this is lip option 1 if you want to be just your sparkle and sass, shine baby look of the century. But I want to give you one more lip option in case you want a little bit more of a subdued and romantic lip. Here's lip option number 2. I'm absolutely in love with this Bare Minerals liquid lipstick. It is the most comfortable formula. It's absolutely perfect in the form that it is a very much like a nude pink, but it is so neutral that it complements any eye look just so beautifully. This is in shade Juju. Maybe it's not my fault this time. Maybe it's not my fault this time. So as you can see, it is the most beautiful dusty rose color. I always apply a gloss when I'm trying to go for like a soft glam. I wanted to talk about this little bebop. I got it in my Birchbox recently. So Birchbox is obviously it's a subscription service, and they have come out with their own brand called Love of Color. LOC. It's so beautiful. It's very peachy, kind of like a light pink with some gold undertones, and that's been so trendy and beautiful lately. The shade name is called Glow. So this is definitely a lip option that you could go with if you are looking for just a more romantic, soft look. I am absolutely obsessed with how this looks. I hope all of you guys out there have an amazing day, no matter what you're doing, whether you're with friends or a loved one or family. I really hope that your day is filled with a lot of love and peace and joy. Maybe give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Until next time, I can't wait to see you again, and I hope y'all have a great week.
Pretend to be overly romantic. You're making it hard not to do. And I'm all up in my head about it, but what else is new? And you don't see